Hi guys. Okay, I just had an idea. I wanted to share with you something that has really helped me, and it is based around the anonymous post that was asked here about, like the struggling to get on your horse. First and foremost, don't ever feel ashamed for that. Carrying a baby and delivering it, no matter which way you deliver, whether it is, vaginally, or if it's a C-section, or, it really doesn't matter. First kid, fourth kid, ninth kid, you are going to struggle with all of these types of things like getting on your horse. Now, I just wanted to show you these 7 exercises that actually really helped me. Now, as you can see, I'm not exactly dressed in workout clothes, so it's not like I'm going to do a full-blown workout in front of you guys, but I just wanted to show you this in case it would be helpful for other people, because this is a common struggle. When we have kids, we often feel like we've lost our core and we're never going to get it back, or we've lost our strength, and it can be really hard to know which way to go. And then when we feel overwhelmed like that, then we often don't do anything, if that makes sense. So my house is a mess. My TV is on. My kids are eating toast. This could get interrupted. My dog is in the house, my cat, but whatever. We're just going to roll with it. So I'm just going to put my phone down here so you can see my mat. All right, look out, Gracie. So the first thing that I want to show you that has been really helpful, okay, Gracie, go lay down, is just the simple fact of engaging your core. And one of the simplest ways to do this is just to lay, Gracie, go lay down, is to lay on your back with your knees up and simply just engage your core and try to round out your back so that instead of it being hollow here, that it actually, if you want to even to help you out, you can put your hands there if there's a hollow and try to squish your hands by just engaging your core. And you want your core, when you engage it, to be flat because you can engage your core in ways that it almost puckers, and you can engage your core so that it lays flat. So make sure you're always trying to engage it where it's flat. And then the next step up from there would be your core is engaged, especially these lower muscles here, and you can do heel touches. So you're not coming all the way up, your shoulder blades are just off the ground, and you're just gonna go back and forth, and you're gonna heel touch. And you're just gonna pick a rep, right? You're gonna do it like 10 times each toe, or you could, however it fits, however that works for you, right? If you're stronger, do more. If you are struggling and it's challenging, do less. If it hurts, don't do it. And as a disclaimer, I'm not a doctor. I am not a physical therapist. So take what I say as just my opinion. Okay, so we've got the pelvic tilt, or just engaging your pelvic core, or your core muscles, the heel touches. Now, the next thing that I wanted to share with you is, I should have done this when I was on the ground. Just 1 second, sweetie. Mommy's almost done.
Wait, but Mom, can I do that too with you?
You can when I'm done. Can you just move off of that for a sec? Thanks. The next thing that you can do is your hip thrusts. So again, you're laying on your back. Your hands are down here for stabilization. And you're just going to lift your core off the ground. So you're just basically, hey Gracie, go lay down. You're lifting your body off the ground. Your hands are here to support yourself, and you just go down and up. And when you're up, you're going to want to squeeze your glutes, engage your back muscles, engage your core. So you can go up with your legs on this, but you want to be really going up using your core and your back and your glutes. Now, the next step up from there would be, if my little lovely jam-covered assistant would move so I don't knock her over, is you would be up, and then you hold it, and you do a leg raise while your knees are bent. And try not to squish my kid. And so then you could do that. It's like almost go to sit on my child. Okay, so that is another really helpful one. And Okay, everybody knows what a plank is. So a plank is something that is also very beneficial, but it can be very hard to get into a plank. So start off small, right? A 10-second hold, a 15-second hold. Pick a number that you feel like is pushing you just beyond your limit, like an extra 3 seconds, 5 seconds, and then do that consistently for about 7 days, and then add 10 to 15 seconds every week, and you're gonna get stronger and stronger. Push-ups. That is also amazing for your core and your arm strength and your back. Start off, if you find that it would be very challenging, you can do a wall push-up. And so that's where you're just standing up against your wall, your arms are out, and you're just gonna right against your wall. Once you feel like that is too easy, you can use a coffee table, or if you want to butt up a chair against your wall and so it's basically like a bench push-up, and you can do it from your knees as well. Instead of going straight from your hands to a bench push-up, you go from your knees with the bench push-up. And then you could do your knee push-up from the floor, and then of course the next step up from that is an actual full plank push-up. The next thing, of course, that is really amazing is squats. To really help getting your glutes and your legs in shape. The other thing that has really been helpful for me is, let's see if I can get this to sit up here now, which of course it's not going to, is to use, like, this is my coffee table, and it's very, very solid. If you're gonna do this with a chair, make sure your chair is solid, and make sure your chair is leaned up against a wall, because I have fallen off a chair doing this and it hurts a lot. But it's just simple step ups. So you're just stepping up with one foot, right? And so you're just gonna step up and step down. And so obviously this is a lot like getting on a horse, right? Because we actually have to be able to step up with one leg, right? So you can really start to strengthen those muscles. And you can practice your balancing while you do that, because it's really going to help mimic it. The other thing is, I was going to say, is if you have an exercise ball, sit on it. While you're watching a show, while you're taking a break, just sit on it and just kind of sway your hips. Sway your hips side to side, sway your hips front to back, rock them, engage your core the whole time, and it's really going to help do a full body or a full core workout when you sway back to back and front to back and side to side. So those are 7 exercises. Once this actually loads up, I will come back and I will put all those exercises in the comments. And again, I'm not a physiotherapist. I am not, it's not like I've taken workout classes or anything like that. I realized I was covering up the speaker. I hope you could have heard me okay. But this is what has worked for me. I've taken my fair share of boot camps and stuff back in the day, and different workout programs. It's what's worked for me. If at any point you feel pain, don't do it. The other thing to keep in mind is if you need to be seeing a pelvic floor therapist. If you feel like your insides are going to become your outsides, you need to go see a pelvic floor therapist, and they can teach you proper ways. I went after both of my girls, and they are always so like, I wish this was just an automatic. After you had a baby, even if it was a C-section, you just had to go to a pelvic floor therapist, because so many women never go, and then they have a lot of struggles later on. So I just wanted to share that with you. I hope it gave you some encouragement, and realize you're not alone in this struggle. I honestly, like, even in the wintertime, I would get on my horse from the fence, because wearing the extra layers made it really hard to get on, and my horse was so sensitive, pulling on his withers hard like that. And because I wanted to do what was best for him, I just would mount from the fence. Anyway, my children apparently are going to have a full out war now, so I better go. I hope you have a fantastic day. I hope that was helpful. If you have any exercises that maybe you have experienced, if you've kind of worked through this and you're like, oh, this exercise was awesome for me, I'd love to hear it. Put it in the comments. Anyway, have a fantastic day, everybody. Take care.